Hey guys and dolls, welcome back to the makeup community. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for checking us out. My name's Chris. I hope you hit the subscribe button and become part of the makeup community. You're going to notice in my voice and in my hands that I have tremors, and that's called Parkinson's syndrome, and it is defined as early onset genetic Parkinson's. But that's one reason why I started the channel, is to show that just because you have challenges does not mean you have to give up what you know and love. And what this girl knows and loves is makeup. So before we get into anything, I wanted to ask you guys a question as community. Do you have any ideas for me that you would like to see in the small giveaways? I'm going to have a big giveaway when we hit 200 subscribers, but I'm going to have another small giveaway before that point. And I wanted to see if you guys had any requests, anything that you were like, oh, you know, I think a lot of people would like this or that. There are going to be 5 winners, and so I'm looking between the like $20 and $30 range as far as beauty products. So if you think of anything, leave it down in the comment section and we will come up with a really good prize. So when I go to Marshalls or TJ Maxx, I see a lot of, you know, really good name brand cosmetic products, especially recently, but I still ask myself, is it worth a discounted price? You know, if it's something that's really good, oh my gosh, I got a great deal out of it. But if it's not really good, are you really saving any money? You're just spending less to put something away in your drawer and not use it, especially because you can't return things to TJ Maxx and Marshalls. Now, before I get into this, the way that they work is they have buyers that go to companies, that go to, you know, different stores. Let's say Sephora. You know, a lot of times you'll see a Sephora or Ulta exclusive, you know, in Marshalls, let's say. The buyers will go out and they will buy in bulk, huge bulk amount, and not have a lot of the strings that are attached to, let's say, Macy's, where Macy's can return what they don't sell to the original company. TJ Maxx and Marshalls goes, hey, you know what, I am going to buy a huge amount of this from you and I'm not going to return it, so let's cut the price in half of what, you know, we'll buy it for, you know, 30%. What the others will, but we will buy in a bigger bulk and we won't return any. Another way that they do it is, and this is actually how Ramona on Real Housewives of New York became a millionaire. She created a company that is the middleman. So she will go to, you know, let's say Sephora and say, hey, I noticed you guys didn't sell all of these. You have all of this excess. I will purchase it from you 10 cents on the dollar and take it off your hands. And so then they will in turn go to, you know, the discount stores, let's say Marshalls, and go, hey, I have all of this overflow, like, you know, Too Faced changed their packaging, and so they're no longer selling that packaging in Sephora, so I will sell it to you for 20 cents on the dollar. So she's making a nice little tidy profit in there. So it's not that somebody is canceled or anything like that, that you start seeing things in TJ Maxx and Marshalls. That being said, I do think that it's my personal opinion that Sephora wasn't selling a lot of the Shade and Light palettes anymore from KVD, because they're not available on the website anymore. The original Shade and Light is not available on, I couldn't find it on the Sephora website anymore. It is still available on the Kat Von D Beauty website, but we are seeing an influx of these show up at TJ Maxx and Marshalls. So I wanted to answer the question, is it worth it? It retails for $48 on the Kat Von D Beauty website, but my mother picked this up for me at Marshall's for $27.99. So we're going to see, is it worth the $28? Because I don't want you guys, even if it's a good deal, I mean, that's like, it's $20 off, that's like 47% savings, but isn't really savings to you guys if it's not worth it. So I have been playing with this for about 5 days now. And you remember when I said I really like matte, all matte looks in the winter? I have figured out that it was so hard for me to not grab for like the Beauty Bakery Game of Cones, you know, all shimmer palette, because I wanted to put shimmer on so bad. But I stuck with the mattes. I've done multiple looks with it to be able to give you my opinion. I'm wearing it right now and, you know, kind of help you out there. So here is what the palette looks like. It's raised here. It's very, you know, really nice palette. On the back, it's got the shade names. It also comes with the shade names here along with eye look directions. And this is what the palette looks like on the inside. A lot of people have already seen this. So you get a cooler section, a neutral section, and a warmer section. You don't have to use just these together or just these together or just these together. I went all over the palette when I used it. Before I swatch it, I will tell you that my experience, I had very little kick up in the palette, and I had virtually no fallout on my cheeks, not even with the dark colors. So let's swatch. I am going to go one section at a time, the 4, 4, and 4, as I swatch these. And I am going to start with the cooler tones. Let me get my wipe ready. Okay, so let's start with, this color is called Base. Then we have, oh, you know what? It's not the cut. It's not the shade name. It just says Base, Contour, Definition, and Finition. What? Okay, the colors are on the back. Okay, so this is, sorry. So this is Lattice, and then you've got Samuel, Solaz, and Lucius. Okay, let's swatch these out. So these are the first 4. So you get your base color. Then you get your contours, what she's calling contour color. Then your definition. And I guess this is finish. Just trying to fancy word for finish. I don't know. So those are your cool tones. Now let's go into the second area here. These are the neutral. And so in the center you have Lazarus, then Sayos, I don't know, Shax, and Uberatus. Yeah, wow, okay. Let's do these. This base color right here, this kind of grayish, that is a very beautiful color, by the way. And this black, oh my gosh, is just the deepest pure black. So beautiful. Okay, so let's go here. Here we go. The second color is actually the base. I kind of messed up swatching that. There we go. Now that black and white are great. They are wonderful. The matte black and matte white. That is a very deep black. It is like one swipe color, but easily blendable. It is beautiful. All right, let's go into the warm tones. So, Ludwin is the base color. Then we've got Succubus, Sutri, not sultry, Sutri, and Latinus. Okay. Now these are all matte, but I gotta be honest with you, the light shade here, the finishing shade, is more of a, I felt, is more of a satin color. So here's the base. Love that peach. By the way, that's a very good, especially for neutral. And so is this one right here, the definition shade. And that one's just a little, let me see if I can get a little better swatch of that one. That's a little more satin than the others, I felt. There we go. So that's the entire palette here. Now let's talk about the formula. The formula is so soft, so blendable, so pigmented. These are gorgeous, gorgeous eyeshadows. Not real thrilled, it turns out, with having all matte. Just said the other day how I liked an all matte look. Not real happy with the all matte, but you know, as far as having neutral mattes in your collection, something to build off of, this is really nice. Now, if you're worried about supporting Kat Von D because of everything going on with her, she's not going to get any of this anymore. Once it hits TJ Maxx, she's already gotten her penny on the dollar or whatever discounted rate that they sold it at. Kind of like when it goes on sale, she's not getting the full price amount, and it's the same thing when they sell it to the, you know, secondary retailer. So you don't have to worry about, am I supporting somebody that I don't agree with? If you buy it from a retailer like TJ Maxx or Marshalls. So at least that's what I read, was my understanding of it when I was looking everything up and doing my homework. So if you wanted this palette but didn't feel comfortable because you're supporting Kat Von D, this would be a good way to be able to get it. And also $28, I say that is a good deal. So if you run into this at Marshalls, TJ Maxx, wonder, should I get it? I think it's a great palette. You know, go for it. So, I like it. All right, guys. Well, that will do it for today. Let me know if you have any ideas for the next giveaway. Please put it in the comments below. And if you're new here, I hope you enjoyed the video and will join the makeup community. All right, guys, I will talk to you down in the comments section, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.